there's a lot of housing stock there. Where you talk about like Avondale and Logan, there's probably not as much opportunity. I at least see a little bit more there. What are you looking for in this area? Is there a specific price per door, a specific type of property? What little nuggets can you give our listeners here?
Sure. Well, I think like this advice applies to every neighborhood. Here's kind of my philosophy on buying buildings is just for a second, pull yourself away from the numbers, pull yourself away from the spreadsheet, and try to think about this on an overarching 5 to 10 year plan. Are you buying a well-built building? Is there great sunlight? Does it have a good footprint? Does it have a good layout? I like corner buildings because corner buildings have a substantial amount of sunlight. No one ever talks about that, and it's not built into the value at all. I think I would always encourage people to gravitate towards brick buildings because we live in a city that is filled with them. And, I think it's tempting to buy something that is a balloon frame building from 100 years ago, but it's just not the same quality of build. And so if you have to pay a little bit more for a brick building, I think you should do that. My 3 flat, for example, it was gut rehab 20 years ago. And because I do gut rehabs to my properties, I know how much that costs. So, in today's dollars, it costs no less than $100,000 a door if you do everything: plumbing, electric, new water service, and unit washer, dryer, HVAC. So when I went to see this property, it wasn't marketed as if it had PVC waste lines and copper plumbing and new water service. And I went to the showing and I was so excited because it was all there and no one knew that. And so if you can find a property that I'll put it one or two ways. These are my 2 recent revelations is if you find a property that was gut rehab 20 years ago ish, when construction costs were significantly less and it was built correctly, the value of that is hard to even understand unless you have done a gut rehab. So trim is inexpensive. Cabinets are inexpensive. Everything cosmetic is fairly inexpensive compared to if you have to do the guts of the building. So if you find something that's been gut rehab 20 years ago, seriously look at it. Number 2, recently I've been gravitating towards the charm of something that hasn't been touched. So original trim, unpainted, original hardware. I think there is a trend that maybe I'm just feeling, but I think every rehab is starting to look the same, and there will be a tipping point where renters are turned off by going to see 10 apartments in a day and 8 of them look exactly the same. They have the same white shaker Home Depot cabinets. They have the same white subway tile in the bathroom.
Gray paint.
Gray paint. And, the 2-pack of boob lights from Home Depot everywhere, for $20 for 2 lights. It's silly. So, I think like if you are willing to know that the guts of the building are old, but you find a gem of a building, let's say it's been owned for 50 years by like an old grandma, and it's time for her to move to Florida, and she sells this beautiful building, and it's got all this, this woodwork that just never will be created again, and you like the area, you should go for that.